Well, with 2020 being here, we've seen the movie world flood with the obligatory best of the decade lists. While there's nothing wrong with celebrating the cream of the cinematic crop, there's also time to appreciate the offbeat, weirder titles that critics may have missed. So, to celebrate the misfits, here's a list of 10 weird, offbeat movies you might have missed this decade. Number 10, The Happiest Day in the Life of Ollie Maki. This 2017 film from Finland is a pleasantly conceived tale about a featherweight boxing contender, Ollie Maki. In the best tradition of boxing movies, The Happiest Day in the Life of Ollie Maki is a multi-dimensional look at its protagonist, his love life, and the people around him. This isn't your high-stakes sports flick, but more of a low-key character study and romance film. The black and white photography and direction by Juho Kosonen leave a definite impression.
Coobs. Whatever, sit down, Kubiak. Sorry, Coobs.
Next up, number 9, we have the 2014 film Buzzard. Another wonderful film from indie director Joel Petrikis.
Joel Petrikis.
Buzzard plays like Office Space with a darker punk rock makeover. Joshua Burge, a frequent collaborator of Petrikis, puts in a wonderful performance as a metalhead slacker who takes out his office job frustrations by stealing office equipment and kiting checks. Also, he has a homemade Freddy Krueger glove. One of the most unique features of the year, Buzzard has a sense of humor with an air of unpredictable danger. Easily one of the director's best efforts, which is saying something, because Joel Petrikis kicks ass. Okay, next up we have Lullaby to the Sorrowful Mystery. Filipino auteur Lav Diaz is a unique force in world cinema. His long, and I mean very long movies, are atmospheric slow burners, often clocking in anywhere from 3 to 8 hours. Demanding, but for some of the more patient viewers, these can be immensely rewarding, and his 2016 film, Lullaby to the Sorrowful Mystery, is one of his most epic and visionary works. Here, Diaz weaves a deliberately slow-burning chronicle of the Philippine Revolution, and makes it into a mosaic of hypnotic beauty. Brilliantly utilizing his trademark black and white cinematography, Lullaby to the Sorrowful Mystery is an elemental experience that's transportative in its moments of surreal beauty. There's also a potent political message at the heart of the film as well. Proceed with caution, however. The movie exceeds 8 hours in its runtime. Admittedly not for all tastes, the work of Lav Diaz was worth checking out.
Hottest female serial killer ever. That's a tough call.
Now for something a little more fun, directed by and starring Ingrid Jungerman, Women Who Kill. Morgan and Jean continue to host their true crime podcast after they've recently broken up. However, Jean's suspicious of Morgan's mysterious new girlfriend. Is she jealous? Or is Morgan's new girlfriend a serial killer?
Jean, she's not yours to Google.
It's like the first step in a series.
This Brooklyn-based dark romantic comedy is a refreshing play on conventions that's witty and original. Plus, it's a New York movie about intellectuals, and it's neither smug nor pretentious. I never thought I'd see the day.
Here I am.
Alright, number 6, we've got Blackthorn. An underrated gem from 2011, Blackthorn has 2 of my favorite things going for it. 1, it's a Western, and 2, it stars Sam Shepard.
I've been my own man. And nothing richer
A what-if
than that.
scenario that poses the question, what if Butch Cassidy survived the Bolivian army? Going by the name James Blackthorn, the aging gunfighter is enjoying a semi-retirement in Bolivia. However, he returns to the States after the death of Etta Place, a lover of Butch and Sundance whose child might be the son of our estranged hero. A clever genre interpretation, guided by a wonderful performance from Sam Shepard, who's at his gravelly best. Blackthorn is a mature and original movie, with a few surprises along the way. Plus, it's streaming free on YouTube. So, what's the holdup? Check it out. Directed by Eric Schubiak, best known for helming the 1997 version of Insomnia, starring Stellan Skarsgård, Nokus recounts with stunning detail Norway's biggest bank robbery. April 5th, 2004, 7 or 8 heavily armed men robbed the Nokus Bank, making out with 57.4 million kroner, converted to US currency that's roughly over 10 million. Nokus is such a calculated and articulate retelling, it feels like it was directed with the rigorous attention to detail used by the robbers themselves. However, the film has a procedural realism akin to the work of Michael Mann, and the taciturn stoicism you'd see in the protagonist of a Jean-Pierre Melville film. But Schiebeck's direction is more than a stylized recreation. It's a fascinating heist film that highlights an epic crime that we might not have heard of here in the States, and we sure as hell didn't hear about the movie either.
Parece si jugamos un juego divertido.
Alright, here's a solid dose of pure nightmare fuel. From 2018, this is Le Casa Lobo, or The Wolf House. A young girl is exiled from a freaky sectarian cult compound, and then she takes refuge in a remote house inhabited by a pair of pigs. Her psychological breakdown and paranoia is realized with terrifying and dazzling stop-motion animation. If Alejandro Jodorowsky and David Lynch had a peyote offspring, it wouldn't even touch the visionary chops of its directors, Cristobal Leon and Joaquin Cochinha. Oozing with artistic bravura, The Wolf House is an unforgettable experience that defies explanation. A horror movie that'll satisfy any curious viewer interested in something different. The Wolf House is one of a kind. Rolling in at number 3, we have Love and Peace. Maverick Japanese director Sion Sono makes a lot of movies, and keeping up with this Herculean filmography is something of a genre unto itself. It was hard to choose from the 9 features he directed in the 2-year period from 2014 to 2016, but the strangest of the lot might be Love and Peace. This ludicrous madcap venture revolves around Ryo, a meek musician who yearns for fame and love. He gets a pet turtle named Picadon, or Pika for short. However, when Pika is flushed down a toilet, he washes up in his little subterranean gang of misfit critters and toys, led by a fatherly hobo. Once Pika eats a magical candy, he's capable of granting wishes, and suddenly, Ryo's fortunes turn for the best, and he realizes his dreams of becoming a famous rock star. However, what about his beloved pet turtle Pika? If that sounds insane, it's because it is. Love and Peace might not be as incisive or allegorical as Sion Sono's other works, but this might be one of his most whacked-out madcap exploits.
That I want to feel young?
Okay, rolling in at number 2 is Welcome to New York. Sandwiched between the releases of 444, Last Day on Earth, and the feature Pasolini, Abel Ferrara made Welcome to New York. A potent narrative inspired by actual events, Welcome to New York is a dramatized account of the Dominique Strauss-Kahn sex scandal. A French politician and then head of the International Monetary Fund, Strauss-Kahn was charged with sexual assault and attempted rape of a housekeeper at an upscale New York hotel. Abel Ferrara's confrontational aesthetic, paired with a fearless performance from none other than Gerard Depardieu, Welcome to New York is an uncompromising and somewhat underrated effort from the prolific director.
That's the irony I only recently understood.
Not the easiest film to watch, but that's kind of the point. And seeing as the film came out prior to the Weinstein case, it makes Ferrara's vision all the more prescient. While 444, Last Day on Earth, and Pasolini are regarded as some of the director's best work in the 2010 era, don't overlook Welcome to New York. It's a terrific film. Alright, well, it wouldn't be a top 10 movie list without some honorable mentions, so here we go. Yeah. Okay, rolling in at number 1 is A Bride for Rip Van Winkle. One of Shunji Iwai's most elaborate and ambitious works to date, A Bride for Rip Van Winkle is a meditative and thought-provoking look at alienation and identity in the age of social media. Revolving around the life of soft-spoken Nanami, in anticipation for her dream wedding, she hires actors to pretend to be her relatives. However, this otherwise minor gesture instigates a chain of events that turn her life upside down. Nanami is ousted from her friends and family, and in an ironic twist of fate, finds work as a hired performer, just like the ones she had hired at her own wedding. These people become a surrogate family in many ways to Nanami. While I don't want to give away too much in the way of narrative, as director Shunji Iwai takes a very self-styled approach to narrative structure, it's best to see and experience it for yourself. It's a very dreamy, beautiful, thought-provoking, and emotionally raw narrative. Bear in mind, these movies aren't really ranked in any way, as they're all pretty idiosyncratic. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it, and stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe, sound off in the comments, and blah 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 blah. Stay safe and healthy. Bye.